Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast review of the Greatest Royal Rumble. What an event we're starting off with. We've got quite a kickoff match here with Triple H versus John Cena.
Triple H, curtain jerker. Go back and Wikipedia the last time that happened.
Probably a little while. Let us know in the comments section. Great match. Had a very old school pacing to it.
Vintage 80s feel. I liked it. The chest strength, the push into the corner.
Yeah, it was a very, very good way to kind of dip their toes and get a feel for the crowd. The Saudi crowd, very
strange atmosphere, but they appreciated both guys.
It's not like the Japanese or American crowds we're used to. They love every second, every bump. They're like, ah, and then it goes quiet quickly. Quiet quickly. The kids love it.
Kids are on the edge of their seat.
Yeah, they like, that's what this show is really for. It's for the kids. Wonderful match. It did shift gears when they started hitting the finishers, and
good counter from the AA into a pedigree.
It is unfortunately sticking with the pattern of it takes several AAs to finish a match, but what are you gonna do?
And John Cena botched a huge move off the top. You can't ignore that.
Spine buster bomb thing. I don't know.
For that alone, I'll give it 3 stars.
3. I'm gonna actually hold back. I think I think especially Triple H was kind of like drinking in the moment a little too much, and like was really kind of detracting from the match. I'm gonna give it 2.5. Great stuff.
We both had Cena. We're both on track.
All right. Next match was the Cruiserweight Championship match. Kalisto versus champion Cedric Alexander.
Wow, what a barn burner that was.
That was actually a really good match. Like
Kalisto.
Some of the I'm guessing probably the crispest action we're going to see all night. Some great
Kalisto brought his A game. He's on fire in this match. He hit some serious moves. A springboard over the top rope, bounced off the middle rope, did a 450 outside.
Yeah, I don't know what you call that.
Springboard off the top rope into like a rock bottom maneuver. Even Cedric did a very crisp flip over the top rope to the outside and landed on his feet.
Yep.
Really good stuff.
Cat-like reflexes.
Did hit Kalisto. It looked in the face with a nasty
drop kick and a spinning back elbow that I don't know if you guys were planning that. If you didn't plan that, it looked like you're almost killing each other.
Kalisto looked a bit wobbly after each spot, so it's hard to say.
Yeah, so what do you give it?
I give it 3.75. Very crisp, very good, very fun match.
For Cedric's retaining of the title, great match. I'm gonna hold back and give it 3.5 stars.
Okay, that's fair.
He's been putting on consistently good matches at the biggest stages. I don't know. He's getting these 3.5 star matches. He just needs a next little thing to get up to those 4-star classics, and he's almost there. So far, great card.
Yeah, so far we both picked down the line.
So far we're tied. So unfortunately, a tie will mean that Tony G will retain his Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast Championship. But the night is young! The night is young to all of my fans. Hold it while you have it. Hold it while you have it. It will soon be coming home to me. And we just witnessed the Raw Tag Team Champions become a part of the Woken Universe. Wonderful. It was a spectacular performance. Yeah, okay, I'll stop. But really, Matt and Bray actually worked together really well.
Good chemistry for two guys who haven't been tagging very long.
Now, Matt's been tagging for a long time. He's a chef, so Matt does notice that. And I don't know if it was the refs, somebody wasn't on their cue. Kudos to Matt
was just slightly off.
Getting basically halfway across the performance area all the way over to Bray to break that up at the last second. Interesting match.
I think if this had more time and build and a future,
mostly,
I think it could have been much better. I'm going to give it 2.5. It was a good match.
Good
fun match.
debut of the new finish. And again, I'm pulling it back a little. Just the minute I saw it, I thought, no, 2-star match.
Okay.
Good match. Accomplished what it needed to, but again, kind of the tag teams always get constrained on time. But
regardless, new tag team champions.
Starts the Raw Tag Team Championships on a new trajectory, and it's now a part of Matt Hardy's wacky world. And so I'm actually really looking forward to where this is going.
I'm excited for both teams, actually.
And Sheamus and Cesaro, they're heading to Smackdown now to really mix it up with a very healthy Smackdown tag team division that just needs another good working team.
Yeah,
that's all they needed. Like Bludgeon Brothers is the power team, they need a working team, and that's what you guys are. So, Wonderful effort. 2 stars, 2.5 stars. And again, we are still tied up, but the night is still young, and I can still capture the Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast Championship. Hold out hope, fans. Hold out hope. And the United States Championship match has concluded, and like I said in the prediction video, Jinder continually lets me down, and
told you.
that pattern continued. Now, I will say, Jinder in the entrance, him and Seth, they got the best heel reaction of the night. I mean, it was real, it was there, it was vicious.
He was playing the crowd great.
And it was actually a good match.
I was literally saying to Phil, you know, Jeff Hardy has a style that meshes well with Jinder. And as I said that...
The poetry in motion, or the Whisper in the Wind.
Whisper in the Wind.
His Whisper in the Wind that he missed, and then Jinder just kind of saw it and just did the bump anyways, like 2 seconds after it had happened, and then the crowd just...
Wow. Jeff Hardy basically had to take it home, go up top, hit the swanton.
Just to bring him back. And you could see he was not happy. Like, Jeff was pissed, and rightly so. So...
That was one of the worst botches in years.
What do you give it?
1.5 after that. That's how bad that botch was.
Half star.
And it's a shame.
And it ain't your fault, Jeff.
No, and they had such a good match where he won the title from Mahal.
This is not your fault, Jeff. You do not take credit for that. I'm sorry. Jinder, where were you? And again,
Jinder just went from world title?
Yes! I was just thinking, wow, Jinder's really coming into his own in this event. And then, bam! So...
Either way, I'm at 4-0 on the night so far to your 3-1.
Don't fret. I still have a chance, fans. I still have a chance. It's going to be an uphill battle. But just like John Wayne, I'm going to take that hill. Well, the Bludgeon Brothers versus Usos went about how you said it would. I thought it would go somewhere similar. I thought they were going to give him a little more time.
Nope, I said about 4 minutes, 5 minutes tops, and I don't know if you get that.
It's really unfortunate because the Usos are really good workers, but
they really hit a stride and got over, but the timing to push the Bludgeon Brothers, I think it's right. And moving in a new direction on the tag scene on Smackdown, I like what they're doing here. It reestablished the fact that these guys aren't just squashing
nobodies. They're squashing the Usos. They're squashing the New Day. I'm curious to see how the Bar is going to work with them.
That will be fun.
I hope it's not squashes. I hope it's at least a little more resistance.
You got big guys versus big guys, but you've got big power guys versus big guy workers. And I think once that series starts happening, it's really going to shine.
So, really short match.
Sorry, Usos.
What do you give it?
2.
2. I'm going to actually be a little more generous. I'm going to give it 2.5. I think it was what it had to be. It got the Bludgeon Brothers over. They are now established as the top tag team.
Yeah, but knowing what the two teams can do and the chemistry that they do have, they were handcuffed a bit with the time constraints. So it could have been a lot better.
I'm guessing this Royal Rumble is going to eat up a few minutes.
Oh, God.
But yeah.
We're going to be in the long haul for that. But hey, good for you,
congratulations to the Bludgeon Brothers, Usos. I am really getting tired of saying you deserved better.
Yep.
But...
you deserve better.
Yeah, you know what? That's the business. You don't get to choose when you win them. You don't get to choose how you lose them or how it happens. But you got the Bludgeon Brothers over great. Like Sami Zayn getting Braun Strowman over.
There you go.
So, hats off to you, gents.
Moving on.
All right, moving right along. And Seth Rollins keeping hope alive. That was an incredible match. Really good. Joe, everybody did everything they were supposed to do. Miz took that coup de grace. He was selling his gun. I was like, sell it back. That looked really painful. Everybody did exactly what they had to do. And Seth, out of nowhere, with the reflexes of a cat, is on the ladder.
Matches retains.
Bam. Fastest.
I had Finn Balor.
I had the Miz. So
neither of us get a point.
But
I still have the lead.
Seth keeps hope alive. I still have a chance, folks, to become the Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast Champion.
But the thing about that match, you can't undersell this. That ladder match, and this is not going to be a popular opinion, that was tenfold better than the one on NXT TakeOver. Why? Because there was still wrestling in the ladder match. It wasn't just a spot fest on the ladder. And I will even go again on the record and say, if Ricochet wasn't in that match would have sucked. This match was awesome. Because the four guys wrestled and did spots. It was fantastic.
And again, Miz and Seth. Does anyone take a DDT better than Seth Rollins?
No, and Miz gives one of the best.
Yes, so I mean, everybody all around, what do you give it to?
I give that 4 stars. That was awesome.
I've been really conservative with my estimates and my reviews, but I'm going to agree, 4 stars.
Hey.
4-star ladder match, all 4 of you take a bow, gents.
That's 2 shows in a row. The Intercontinental title has been amazing.
A near show stealer. So, gentlemen,
great
hats
match.
off to all of you. And I'm still in this, folks.
Barely.
And the WWE Champion, the phenomenal AJ Styles, and our current champion, Tony G, does not seem at all pleased.
I'm not pleased.
I will let you have the floor for this.
I'm not pleased because, don't get me wrong, biggest AJ Styles fan ever.
Maybe
couldn't be happier.
Known universe.
Couldn't be happier that he retained it. Almost picked him. Wouldn't have mattered. Why? Because they're doing the same dumbass thing that they did during the AJ Kevin Owens feud. They're fucking it up. They're handcuffing it by dumb-ass finishes. You don't need to do that. There was zero reason to do a draw. Listen to the crowd at Mania 34 during what many people say was a letdown match. I still think it was a good match. Letdown match. Listen to that crowd. And then go back and listen to the crowd tonight.
They were on and
loved
They
it.
loved it, and they should have given them a full match. They should have gotten a
that.
full match. One way or the other, it should not have gone down as a count out, and you all know it. So
just because of that, it was I'll give it a 2.75. Had there even been a freaking count out finish for either man, when there was a decisive winner, I'd give it 3. But no, a draw in front of that crowd after what they'd done, because that added element of Shinsuke being a heel made it even better. It just instantly was an upgrade. And the match was really, really good.
it was a great match right up until the count out, and when
as soon as they dove over the table and the ref started counting, you could tell that he wasn't giving them the allotted time to get back
normal,
in the ring.
it's like 1.
Oh shit! We watched Randy Orton outside the
Hang on, let me
ring.
microwave a hot pocket.
Yeah, we watched Randy
Hot
Orton
pocket
outside
gets
the
out.
ring for 5 minutes one time and didn't get a 10 count out. But that ends in a draw. That's
Undertaker versus
bullshit.
Triple H, who were outside the ring for over 10 minutes at WrestleMania.
Well, at least the ref was out during that.
I know, but hey, just for completionist's sake.
AJ Styles retains in a draw.
Yeah.
Is what it is.
Is what it is.
I'm
going to give it 3. Overall
fine.
3, but you're not wrong. So, still
got to
WWE
point
champion.
up on this guy, though. That's what's important.
Not for long. Still, your WWE champion, the phenomenal AJ Styles. Oh, Rusev. Let's give him. He was so close.
Right there.
So close.
Right there.
It just snatched from the jaws of defeat.
A moment for Rusev Day.
Yes.
Undertaker just won a damn match at the greatest Royal Rumble.
Undertaker, he was here. Undertaker, he came down to the ring. He was there. He did the whole
He did the thing with the arms.
He did the thing, the arms. He did the choke.
Pyro and the
Choke
hat.
slams. He did the sit on it.
Tombstone.
You know that there
And
was
the
Undertaker.
tombstone.
Undertaker, he was here. Did you know that there was Undertaker?
Well, I did.
Woo! Okay, now that that's out of our system.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
I said that match wouldn't last maybe 4 minutes. You know what? Good for Rusev. It lasted
Yeah,
at
Rusev
least twice.
actually really got his a couple of things
Rusev
there.
had a lot of decent offense
You got
in
to
there.
say you got your finish on the Undertaker.
Yeah.
How many people get to say that, Rusev? So hey, that's it. And Undertaker, you just you do you for as long as you'd like to.
You still got it.
Please.
You still got it.
We were just talking. He should maybe be the one to take the Universal Championship off the Undertaker.
Do it.
Off of Brock.
Do it.
Give him one last run with the belt.
Do it.
Please. Yes. We saw it can be done. So
it can be done. If Goldberg can do it, an actual wrestler can do it.
Anyways, so great match. What do you give it?
I'm gonna go ahead and give that 3.75 just because it was fun. The crowd was eating it up. Crowd absolutely loved it. We both loved it. It's the Undertaker.
He can
still do it.
Yes.
It was good. And he made Rusev
Put the belt
look
on
good.
immediately. Belt.
And Rusev looked good. And the finish was fun.
Yes,
he takes a choke slam, tombstone Aiden. They both go in the casket. Beautiful.
I give it 3.5 stars. Great match. Great
Good
match.
stuff.
Yeah, Undertaker. We have the Undertaker. And still, your Universal Champion, Brock Lesnar. And still in the contention for the Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast Championship, Phil KOE. Actually a really good match for what it was. I mean, it was pretty much a cluster of their same moves, but
we're going to get into that. But first I want to just note that if you actually watch the replay on that, what happened, the finish was Roman spears Brock through the cage. They both hit the floor, but Lesnar hits the ground first, so he retains. You watch the replay, Brock's on the cage and both of his feet are kind of on the cage that's still ramped. Roman rolls off and both of his feet
lies! Communism propaganda! Don't listen to a word he says.
I'm thinking maybe they make that an angle on Raw. Who knows? That's not the point. But quickly, I want to get into the numbers.
I'll let you take this because you and Michael Cole were keeping track.
I'm going to let you hold that. That's the closest you're going to get to it.
Yes.
In this match, 4 chair shots via Roman Reigns, 3 cage throws by Roman Reigns, 1 cage door slam into Roman Reigns' head by Paul Heyman.
That was awesome.
1 powerbomb to Brock Lesnar by Roman Reigns. Now the familiarity. 4 German suplexes, 4 Superman punches, 5 spears, and only 2 and 2 F5s. And that was the match. I just gave you the whole match.
Rightful champion
Thank
for
you.
one more match.
We are tied up now.
We are, in fact, tied. Thank you, Brock Lesnar. Thank you, Paul Heyman.
Thank you, shitty cage engineering.
So, you know, for what it was, what do you give it?
I enjoyed the hell out of it. I don't know.
Out of all their encounters, I like this one the most.
This was fun. 3.5. I enjoyed it. The crowd enjoyed it. The crowd was a huge upgrade again.
Yes, the crowd was into it. They were into Roman when he does this.
They reacted. They didn't just sit there. They reacted. Even if they were mocking him, at least they reacted.
Yes. So
it was a fun match. It was a wonky finish. Whatever. It was still a fun match. Both guys did some good stuff.
3 stars.
I'll give it 3. I would agree. I was going to say 3. I'll go with 3 too.
But yeah, so I'm giving it 3 stars, and most of all, it gets me one step closer to the Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast Championship. So,
but as we all know, in a tie, the champion retains.
Yes.
So it comes down to the greatest Royal Rumble match.
And it could be possible for me. It could be. So,
we both still have Braun Strowman to win it, which is worth 3.
We both have Daniel Bryan as our backup, which was worth 2. But it comes down to our dark horse picks, either if they win or we have an extra credit point if our dark horse picks makes it to the final 4. If none of that happens, then we just have to settle for a tie, and this is the closest that I have become.
I can live with it.
So, my dark horse pick is, I think, a really good possibility, Bobby Lashley.
I had Rey Mysterio. I'm not going to change it now. That just wouldn't be fair.
Yeah. So it's, if Rey or Bobby can make it to the final 4 or win the thing, that will decide the winner of Greatest Royal Rumble. So, Bobby, looking to you. Don't let us down, Bobby. All of Phil KOE's fans are looking to you. Catch you soon, folks. 2 spots to go. If Lashley would have just lasted 2 more eliminations, I would be the Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast champion. Oh, it was that close, folks. I was that close.
Yet so far away.
It was. Woo! I'm heartbroken. It was. Literally. Like, it was defeat from the jaws of victory, or however that phrase goes. I am heartbroken, and to all of Phil KOE's fans, I am so sorry. But your winner is, in fact, Braun Strowman.
Yes.
Your real loser is Phil KOE.
As it should be. And as it has been. And as it will continue to be.
And, sadly, our Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast champion. Yeah, I can't even speak straight right now. Still, unfortunately, that degenerate ne'er-do-well, Tony G. So
let's recap a little bit.
We had to take a few notes on this match because it was so long, but
we both had Braun Strowman winning the match. He did. So we both get a point for that. Doesn't matter. We had Daniel Bryan as our second pick. Daniel Bryan lasted 1 hour, 16 minutes, and 5 seconds.
That's a long time, Danny.
Considering the fact that his chest looked like hamburger meat and his arm was scarred to holy hell.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. It must have been like on the ropes or something. I don't know.
But our dark horse pick, mine was Rey Mysterio. He unfortunately got tossed out a little earlier than the final
was
4.
Bobby Lashley, and we had made an extra point for if either of our dark horse picks made it to the final 4. That was going to be an extra point, and Bobby made it to the final 6.
Yeah.
And then Braun picks him up and
Braun Strowman.
Picks him up and chucks him out like nothing.
The best part? 5 seconds later, Jericho's out. Kevin Owens is out. Had he done the order differently, Phil would be the champion.
I guess I would be the Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast champ. All right.
Granted, Phil would need a glorified house show to win on a technicality. However, your champion reigns supreme once again. Some other notes. Hiroki Sumi, we hardly knew ye.
Hornswoggle, it was actually weird. I was talking to Tony during the AJ entrances. It's like, I don't know why. I just have a feeling someone in this Greatest Royal Rumble is going to come back from some angle that we all wish had kind of like just never happened. And then Hornswoggle comes out like, I was like, yeah, now I will give him credit.
He had a Samoan drop by
That he
Kofi.
did.
It was fun to watch.
Primo. You were not Primo this evening, I'm afraid.
What in the blue hell?
A couple of instances.
That was bad. Like, that was almost on the level of Royal Rumble bad as Carmella. Maybe worse.
Tony, I thought we had...
No. She still needs to know. It was bad. Carmella and Primo. Like, neck and neck. Bad.
Moving right along. Let's see.
Elias got a hell of a push tonight. Even tossed out Kurt Angle. But he had some great spots in there. They pushed Elias. He made himself look strong. It was good. Good for Elias.
I did actually kind of dig Rey Mysterio's country flag colors. His outfit was the color of the Saudi Arabian flag. I actually kind of dug that. That's where you are. You're playing to the home audience when you can. Also, I have to say, this is another moment of sadness. Fills me with sadness. Daniel Bryan and Chad Gable faced off during this match, and it breaks my heart when father and son have to battle like that.
As we all know on Smacking Talk, it was revealed that Chad Gable is Daniel Bryan's father.
Or the other way around.
Well, you're right. Yeah. Because Daniel Bryan is a very promiscuous, 8-year-old?
Yes, 5-year-old.
Let's
not give the writers any other ideas. Right. Time travel and such. This Roderick guy.
Wow,
came out of nowhere
strong.
And just impressed me. Hey, I'll check out another match of this Roderick guy if he comes on out.
He looked good. He looked damn good.
And we both have to point out.
Well, hang on. Let me adjust for this.
Yeah, Titus.
What the hell was that?
That was, I don't know if you know, you made Michael Cole's year. Probably Corey Graves' month at least. The commentators, that was the best thing that had happened to them in their entire career.
The fact that they replayed that 5 times.
I was like,
your gimmick is cemented for the next year, dude.
Dude. Man, Titus just cannot get a break.
Yeah.
But yeah, that one was interesting.
Wow.
Interesting.
Shane McMahon came out, almost forgot he was in the match, and then I immediately remembered, Shane, you're not 26 anymore. Stop.
Yeah, the prancy dance.
And then he immediately goes after Bobby Lashley, goes after Strowman. He starts attacking the biggest, baddest guys in the match. Come on, dude. Just stop. Just stop.
Dude, that's just the epidemic of promoters' sons. Go back to any promotion, the promoter's son. Now, Shane, we love you. We really do. But, again, going up against, head-to-head against all the biggest badasses in your father's federation, there needs to be a pullback on that a little bit. He is one of the better wrestlers, but he needs to understand. Again, we all have our spots, and Shane goes outside of the wheelhouse of where his physique puts him. Now he can really fly around, and he's great at what he does. And we love you, Shane. We really do. I'm not talking smack to you.
We'll get to that. Y2J came out wearing an Xmas tree. That was kind of fashionable. Then there was this moment where, Lashley kind of screwed up. He picked up Big Cass for the holding vertical suplex.
Yeah.
And then damn near killed Big Cass.
Yeah, I was like, well, that's probably how the Brain Buster got invented.
Unintentionally.
Yes.
Bad.
Yeah, Big Cass, the fact that you're able to finish the match after that, that one made me worry a little bit. Yeah, and that just goes to show. In-ring shape versus MMA shape are two very different in shapes.
Exactly.
And that's, you always gotta...
And lastly, we have to mention the ridiculous... Shane goes for a second coast-to-coast, the first one on Kevin Owens, right?
Braun Strowman choke slam. Just, Shane, it was a battle royal. You didn't have to go through a table off of something high. Come on, man.
But Daddy only loves him when he does. So Daddy loves him.
Ouch.
Shane, you did your job. I'll give you
that. It was a great match.
You're not 26, but hey, you did your job.
I've often thought Shane needs to do an angle where he gets a leg injury from somebody and then he starts coming out with a cane, and it looked much more regal and statesman-like, and he doesn't have to do the...
Yeah.
In his 50s.
Hopefully we'll get to that.
When he gets to 53, he doesn't have to do that anymore. He can just, walk around with a cane with a little bit of limp and do his high-flying stuff once in a great while. Pull it out once every 5 years or something.
So, 5-hour show. How would you rate this?
Rate the match.
Off of 34.
The match. How would you rate the match?
The match itself, for 50 guys, it didn't feel like a 50-guy Rumble.
No, it actually did
moved along.
It didn't.
Oh, man, I'll give it a 3.5 because there were some botches, there were some weirdly placed things, and none of the entrants truly blew us away. A lot of weird call-ups and cameos.
A lot of NXT.
Yeah, so
and we like that. It is a good way to kind of sprinkle in your NXT call-ups, and when they go back to NXT, they got a whole lot of cred with that crowd. So I get why you do it.
I'll say 3.5.
3.5 star?
I'll give it that.
You know what? For everything, and with Daniel Bryan's really good effort, you know, I'm gonna agree. 3.5 star.
Okay.
3.5 star. Now,
event as a whole.
The wrestling.
Key.
Just on the wrestling.
Key wrestling.
3.5 to 4 star event. Like, it's hard to qualify. It's right in there.
Sure.
Like, you know, you almost like. I don't like to give like quarter.
Right.
But you know, it's right in there. 3.5 to 4 star event. Everything all considered, they threw out all the stops for this big event. Now, in terms of giving me to my championship goals, a negative 3 star event, unfortunately.
Right.
But Bobby, you came so close. You got me so close, man. I'm gonna give you that.
Enough.
And Brock, you came through for me. You really did.
See,
so,
that's the thing. Like,
now technically,
if you're gonna say 3.5, though, like, because I was leaning towards the like 3.75 range. Here's the thing: we just had WrestleMania just a little over 2 weeks ago, and you're coming off of that, and then you're coming onto this with the gimmick matches this time, and it's still a 5-hour show, and you're cramming all this into one show, and it's still delivered, don't get me wrong, but it's still hard not to judge it compared to that, and compare them both side by side, and put them all together.
Yeah,
I'm going to say...
as a standalone show, it would probably...
Oh, yeah.
I'll give you that. As a standalone show, I would probably say, yeah, this is a 4-star.
But it was a glorified house show with a weird start time and a weird day on the week, and
Yes.
It was strange. So,
like all of that being said, but again, this was a very special show for the Saudi Arabian on. The one thing I will say about the show overall, they had a promo in the middle where they had a tag team from India come out and go up against some prominent athletes from the Middle East.
Yeah.
This is a show that is in the Middle East for a Middle Eastern audience. That was mostly Arabic speaking. I think those promos should have been done in Arabic.
Yep.
That's the audience you're talking to. That is who you're playing for right there. I get it. Us at home, play us a package. You know, for the people there in the audience, do it in their language. That's my personal opinion.
Yep. Agreed.
So, a great show, and with what you said, if you look at it just standalone, not comparing it to WrestleMania, you're right, 4 stars. So I am retracting it, and I'm changing this to a 4-star event. And
I'm still not even quite there. 3.75.
3.75, and again, I don't like to do the quarters.
I know, but...
Give it a half or a full. That's my...
All right.
You'll either get a half or a full with Phil KOE. But that's just how I look at it.
I think the reason I can't give it 4 is because both the world title
almost lost your
and
world
the
title.
universal title, both those matches finished weird. The world title was a draw. The universal title had a wonky finish. So your 2 top-tier belts both ended in controversy. So for me, that takes it down a peg. You needed one decisive winner. For me, that takes it. If I have to do it in holes, it's going to be 3.5.
All right.
I can't hit 4 just
All
because
right.
of that.
That's fair enough. Great event in my opinion. God, Daniel Bryan, goodness gracious.
Yeah.
So, folks at home, we will see you at the next event.
Thank God we finally get a break since
Really?
they're going back to co-hosted pay-per-views, no more every 2 weeks thing.
Not
we finally
so many.
we don't get so many. We can take a little break.
So,
we can go,
when's the next one coming up?
well, it should be.
Yeah. But hey, this one, you kind of got to give them a break because they got such a big payday for doing it, and it got us to watch. So
we'll see you again in like 2 weeks.
yes, for Payback, or Backlash, or Paylash, or Back Pay, or something like that.
Back Pay, that could be the moneymaker. Yeah, yes. We'll see for the Raw, SmackDown, Backlash. If
yes.
we do.
Yes.
Hope we still have some in the tank.
Oh, I'm sure we will. WWE, like it or not, they always deliver. So, for the Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast, I am your King of Extreme and almost your Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast champion, Phil KOE, signing off for this greatest Royal Rumble review. Handing it off to my indomitable broadcast partner.
And still, just barely, your reigning, defending, undisputed Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast prediction champion. Thanks for joining us, everyone. We'll see you at Backlash.